Yo, what up? Welcome to a new episode. I am Boneless Shelter, otherwise known as Dr. David, and today we will continue our dungeon generation. Well, not the dungeon itself, but so if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, follow my comic, wishlist my game on Steam, do everything else that's in the description, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Yo, what up? Welcome to a new episode. Today we're continuing the dungeon generation. Well, not the dungeon generation itself, but I don't remember what I said in the intro, whatever. So, if we go there, I added a dungeon manager with the dungeon loot tables. These are the loot tables for the chest, where I'm going to add and say, do you get coins, or is it an item that you get with a drop chance? Of course, the drop chance is not the actual drop chance, but it's going to look at all of the drop chance, divide them, and to have the actual drop chance. So this is like the base drop. And of course, there's also the player buff table and the enemy buff table, where I have this, which are the player buffs. There's a name, a picture, a description, whether it affects all party. You select who you want the move to affect, or it randomly picks someone. Most cards, well, most buffs are going to be for a scene for the entire party, but it depends. Then there's a simple effect section, which is just like raising something, giving you something. Simple effects. I could also change the way it's written, but it's good for now. Then there's the complex section, which is basically just going to be from in another script that I don't have yet, which is going to do more complex things. Like what? I don't know. Maybe give you more movement speed in the dungeon. Then there's the meta section, which is like the spawn rate. The same thing from the drop chance for the chest loot table. It's going to look at all of the spawn rates, divide them by how many there can be, and then pick one. The name is a bit weird, but it's basically, if you get this specific buff, can you or can you not get it again? And unique drop, like if this buff appears in the dungeon, can you or can you not see it again? And if you can only select it once, or if you can only see it once, then it activates no longer spawns. And then there's thing related to difficulty, like because I'm probably going to add difficulty to my game. So there's easy mode, normal mode, hard mode. Then there's veteran mode, which is harder than hard. Technically, this is a rebalancing. Then there's baby's first video game and grandpa's last video games, which are the two extreme difficulties. Well, by extreme I mean extremely easy for baby's first video game and extremely hard for grandpa's last video game. And of course I got the enemy buff, which is pretty much the same thing. So now we just need to actually make the, I think it's here, I don't have it. Well, we need to actually make the script that randomly places these things. So let's do it. Okay, so I now have a dungeon spawner script. This should spawn these prefabs in the random position in the rooms depending on the spawn areas. So now I just need to create some placeholder prefabs and test them out. So I have some test things. One test chest, which the sprite is not drawn by me. I just had it on my computer and I used it just for the sake of testing. Stairs, which is just a brown square, which is just a square of that color. The buff spot, which is a signed picture of the popular Twitch streamer. I forgot her name. And the enemy marker, which is just to signal an enemy was spawned there. I could actually have, and then nah, none of these things really work for now. They just exist for the sake of existing and showing that they did spawn. Milky Hills, that's her name. I don't know, I had that name in mind, I just forgot. It's literally written there, Milky Hill. Well, it's a signature, but it's still written there. One of Mela's nieces. So now, if we take all of these, turn them into prefabs, I'm actually going to shove them inside of this with all of the rooms. Now, floor 1, I go here, buff prefab, chest prefab, stairs prefab, enemy marker. Let's test it out. And okay, this room is not supposed to spawn anything. And I think it's the only room that spawned. Bruh. Okay. Let's spawn a new room. Okay. There's more things. If I walk over there, it's not a room that spawned stuff. Oh yeah, I forgot to add in the dungeon generation to actually generate items. Oops. I tried doing it, but it didn't work, and I didn't try again because I hadn't even made the entire function, but I should probably go at it now. I think the problem was just because I wrote dungeon generation instead of dungeon spawner. Because when you write dungeon, it offers me generation, well, offers me doors, then generation. I think now it should actually work. So, let's test it out. Oh man, I can't wait. And I see stairs. So it did generate some stairs. Where though? What the fuck? The stairs are not supposed to generate over there. It's supposed to generate somewhere here. Let's... Ooh. I think I might have an idea. Let's just generate stairs again, because stairs have to generate somewhere. Is it up there again? Yes. Okay, so I know stuff. There's a verification to make sure that it doesn't enter in collision with something else. It might enter collision with a room and consider that it cannot spawn there, but because stairs have to exist somewhere, it just spawns over here. Let me try again. Yes, the dungeon changed, but the stairs remained. Or maybe just because it never regenerate. Let me delete the stairs, then generate. And now there's no more stairs. Because it considers that it already generated some stairs. Okay, that's not necessarily a bug, because I'm not supposed to be able to delete the stairs, but let's try that again. Again, stairs. Is it up there again? Nope. Is it somewhere around? I think the stairs are supposed to appear over here, but instead they are over here. It doesn't work really well. It doesn't really work well. Yeah, so guys, I had a problem where I actually made a mistake in like how the items, well, the stuff got generated. But even after fixing it, I still only get stairs, not even in the room. No, not even in any of the rooms. This time it's in the room, but I think it's just because it generated there the first time. Because if you look in the large room, this is one of the stair spawn areas. But it didn't generate because of this. It generated because of the first, yes, the first generation, which didn't go up to there, I think. I don't know. I didn't check. But yeah, it still doesn't work. Sad. Yo, what up? For me, it's been like 2 hours. Not because I tried fixing it for 2 hours. Actually, just got distracted and ended up doing other things. It actually took me like 5 minutes to fix the problem. I just made a little oopsie where I said this. So if enemy spawn is lower than the max, which is if I want to put a maximum enemy amount on a map, on a floor, and enemies isn't, well, enemy max isn't equal to -1. -1 means that there's no max. I currently have -1, so it was like never true. I just put an equal and now it works. Well, I feel like it kinda like overspawns. Like this piece is not even supposed to have this piece is not even supposed to have stairs. But I guess stairs have to spawn. And if you look, yeah, none of the items are actually spawned in bounds, which is like all wrong. But I mean, I think more stuff got spawned, yes. But I mean, at least stuff do spawn. That's something. That's like something, I guess, but I'm going to try a little bit more to see if I can fix the issue of overspawning and not spawning in the bounds. But if not, I'm just going to end the episode. It's late. Okay, now there's nothing that spawned. No, 2 things spawned. 1 enemy and 1 chest. And 1 buff over there, plus the stairs. But nothing is inbound. Yo, what up? This is the end of today's episode. I'll do it another time. Not next episode, because next episode I'll try to actually finish the battle screen. So we can, of course, do the randomized dungeon enemies. When I also try to fix the dungeon who's kind of broken. Like, it works like halfway there. It's halfway there. Random rooms get spawned. The random items, everything spawned randomly, but not at the right place, which is an issue. But this problem can be fixed later another time, I don't know. Yeah, so if you like today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. Wishlist my game Cthulhu Stop the Drug Trade on Steam. Follow my comic Cthulhu's Misadventures, and follow everything else in the description. And goodbye.